Welcome back. Now you'll learn about energy medicine, how to expand your biofield, and you'll perform quick techniques to eliminate foggy and scattered thinking and states of mind so that you can focus and have more mental clarity. Many of the following self-healing techniques come from Donna Eden's book, Energy Medicine. Energy medicine looks at all the energy systems in the human body and manipulates, balances, or raises the vibration of these energy systems. Norm Shealy, MD, founder, president of the American Holistic Medical Association, has flatly stated that energy medicine is the future of all medicine. Nobel laureate in medicine, Albert Szent-Györgyi, stated, "In every culture and in every medical tradition before ours, healing was accomplished by moving energy." Energy medicine in the West came from many techniques from applied kinesiologist George Goodhart and Dr. John Thie, who developed Touch for Health, which was a combination of Chinese medicine with kinesiology. Donna Eden has promoted and illustrated these energy medicine techniques in her book, Research and Presentations, perhaps more successfully than anybody in the past 2 decades. She coined the phrase energy medicine. She describes 9 main energy systems that you can balance the body for greater physical and emotional health. Some cultures recognize many of them, others maybe just 1 or 2. The 9 energy systems include the meridians, the chakras, the aura or biofield, the electrics, the Celtic weave, the basic grid, the 5 rhythms, the triple warmer, and the radiant circuits. Eden asserts that numerous cultures describe a matrix of subtle energies that shape the physical body. This matrix of energy, often showing intelligence that transcends human knowing, is called Qi in China, Prana in the yoga tradition of India, Ruach in Hebrew, Ki in Japan, Baraka by the Sufis, Wakan by the Lakota Indians, Orenda by the Iroquois Indians, Megbi by the Ituri Pygmies, Nema by the ancient Greeks, the vital spirit by Hippocrates, Mana by the Kahuna Hawaiians, Num by the Kung in the Kalahari Desert of South Africa, and the Holy Spirit in the Christian tradition. It's hardly a new idea, but it's a new idea in Western medicine. Therapeutic touch and healing touch is another energy medicine, and it's being practiced in hospitals. It may or not involve physical contact, but contact is always made with the client's energy system, maybe an inch or 2 above the body. So the practitioner is to have a focused intention with compassion while they put their hands over certain parts of the body. The National Institutes of Health is sponsoring research looking at the possible effect of therapeutic touch in treating symptoms such as pain, fatigue, depression, and stress. Many nurses are using this technique in hospitals around the country. The goal is to restore harmony, energy, and balance, writhing the human energy system. The American Holistic Nurses Association offered healing touch as a continuing education program beginning in 1990. Certification began in 1993, and Healing Touch International Incorporated began certifying Body and American Holistic Nurse Association endorsed the program. But what does the research say? A systematic review in 2010 was conducted of 66 clinical studies using Reiki, therapeutic touch, and healing touch. Results showed that there's a strong evidence for these therapies in reducing pain intensity and moderate evidence for reducing pain with hospitalized and cancer populations. There's moderate evidence for decreasing anxiety. There's ambiguous evidence for helping fatigue and quality of life for cancer patients. A systematic review of the research on biofield therapies was done in 2014. Looking at 90 randomized controlled studies, many were not used due to not using controlled groups and so forth, but 28 were considered in the analysis, using therapeutic touch, Reiki, and healing touch, which were all energy medicine techniques. On such ailments as pain, anxiety, depression, and well-being, 2/3 of the trials reported positive in helping those ailments, and others were mixed. These were pilot studies, and the recommendations were to use bigger sample sizes in follow-up studies in the future. In 2016, a study was conducted to use these therapies on nurses provided by nurses, and the results showed that they actually lowered heart rate, blood pressure, cortisol levels, and increased one's perceived level of comfort and well-being. They just felt better. I've already discussed the meridians and how to move chi, or energy, through tapping, right? Now let's discuss the biofield around the body. Several energy fields apparently work in concert in controlling biological processes in the body. These fields correspond with energy systems that have been described in healing traditions of other cultures. In the East Indian culture, it's called pranic healing, and what these cultures call an aura, modern science calls a biofield. What these cultures call a chakra, modern science calls it local fields, and what cultures call a meridian are called energy pathways. What's exciting is that they're finding empirical support in modern laboratories, as David Feinstein well asserts in his article called 6 Pillars of Energy Medicine, Clinical Strengths of Complementary Paradigm. The electromagnetic properties of the biofield have been registered using sensitive magnometers such as superconducting quantum interference device, SQUID, S-Q-U-I-D. And the scientists investigating the biofield suggest that it holds information about an organism and transmits this organism throughout the organism in a manner that's analogous to the way a holographic plate distributes the information throughout a hologram. So it kind of emanates from our body a few inches out, like this. And it has its own waveform, its own intensity, its own polarity and modulation patterns that surrounds and permeates all living systems. Consensus has not been reached, but many agree that the biofield is an aggregation of the combined electromagnetic fields of the body's ions, molecules, cells, tissue, and organs, and plays a role in integrating all the body's energy systems. So how can we balance and strengthen our biofield so we can feel a sense of happiness, strength, and ease? We can perform the Celtic weave. Now I'll show you how with the help of my assistant Kaylee. So with the Celtic weave, you want to stand tall, rub your hands together, so we have Kaylee to help here, for about 5 seconds, and then shake them off, and then rub again, and then face the palms together to activate the energy in the hands, and then place the palms close to your ears for about 10 seconds, and then take a deep breath and bring the elbows together and exhale, crossing your arms in front of your eyes, and then swing them out, and then cross them in front of your waist, and then swing them out, and Haley will do it to the ankles, and then swing them out, and let them hang there for about 5 seconds. And then you want to scoop up the energy over your head, and then kind of dangle it down across your sides, and we'll do it again with the hands to the ears, cross the hands, and then swing them out across the waist, swing them out, cross the ankles, swing them out, hang there for about 5 seconds, and then scoop up the energy over your head, and then dangle it across down your sides. And then one more time we'll go ahead and do that. So by your ears, cross the hands, and swing them out, cross the waist, swing them out, cross the ankles, swing them out, let them hang there. And then bend the knees and scoop it up over your head and down your sides. And do that for 2, 3, 4 minutes, and you'll increase the biofield. That's the Celtic weave. You can put the boom box on, dance with it, have fun with it, and good luck. Now you'll learn how to bring sharpness and clarity to your thinking using energy medicine to improve your focus and mental clarity. Many people report at times that they feel their brain is scrambled, scattered, slow to retrieve information, and just not running optimally. This is often because we have an energetic disturbance called systemic energetic interference, SEI. There's 5 kinds of SEIs, And you can muscle test for them, but if you don't know how to muscle test, you can just perform the correction to see if that improves your focus and mental clarity. I recommend the corrections in order. Usually by the second or third correction, you'll improve your focus and clarity. The 5 types to be corrected are reverse polarity, neurologic disorganization, hemispheric disintegration, heart-brain dyslexia, and dehydration. The first one is correcting for reversed polarity. If you've been stressed, feel brain fog, or feel clumsy, have a headache, or have been overusing cell phones or computers, you might have reverse polarity. Stress often sets off our electrical system and sends jolts of negative energy through our body, causing reversals. So like jumper cables in a car or not putting in the batteries correctly, you can correct and follow the energy in the body by performing the following techniques. So we're going to correct reverse polarity, and we have Kaylee here that's going to help us demonstrate that. Hi, Kaylee.
Hi.
So what you want to do is rub the sore spot, which is a neurolymphatic reflex point 3 inches down and 3 inches to the left or right from the middle of the collarbone. So go ahead and put that there. And you want to say 3 times, I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
With all my strengths.
With all my strengths.
Gifts.
Gifts.
And ability to love.
And ability to love.
I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
With all my strengths.
With all my strengths.
Gifts.
Gifts.
And ability to love.
And abilities to love.
And really feel it this time. I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
With all my strengths.
With all my strengths.
Gifts.
Gifts.
And ability to love.
And ability to love.
And that will correct that. The next one is neurological disorganization, also called switching. It's like a dyslexia where the right-left part of the brain are switched, or other parts of the body and nervous system are switched. When somebody told me one time to lie on my back, I said, I'm on my back, but I was on my stomach. I knew I was switched when that happened. So we want to perform the over-energy correction to take care of that. And the way you do that is you put the left foot over the right, and then the right hand over the left, your palms facing each other, and then inside out against your chest. Put that against your chest. And then you're going to breathe in with the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Breathe out with the tongue on the bottom. Good. And then breathe in with the tongue on top. Breathe out, tongue on bottom. Breathe in, tongue on top. Breathe out, tongue on bottom. Keep doing that. And what that does is that's connecting your governing vessel meridian with the central vessel meridian. And I'll often perform that when I'm golfing. And if I'm making bogeys, I'll take 60 seconds and do that in the golf cart, and I start making birdies and pars. I just play so much better. So you can go ahead and do that for about a minute, and you'll notice a difference. Hemispheric disintegration occurs when the right side of our brain doesn't connect with the left part of the body and vice versa. Next, we're going to perform the cross crawl to take care of that. Now we're going to perform the cross crawl to correct hemispheric disintegration. We have Kaylee here to help us do that. So you want to start walking in place. When the left knee is raised, touch it with your right hand, drop the hand and leg after touching. When the right knee is raised, touch it with your left hand, just as she's doing. And you want to do that for about a minute. And after about a minute, you want to start counting to 30 by threes. So we'll go ahead and count 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. And then you want to rotate your eyes clockwise while you do it. And after about 30 seconds, do it counterclockwise. And that will take care of that condition. Okay, good. Thank you, Kaylee. Now we're going to correct heart-brain dyslexia, which occurs when the heart and the brain waves are not coordinated as opposed to being integrated together. When this happens, we can't think and feel at the same time. We just think without feeling, or we just feel without thinking. We want to be able to do both at the same time. So the correction for that is to perform the scarecrow cross crawl. Looks a little goofy. I'm willing to do it as long as I'll do whatever it takes to help you to learn. So what you're going to do to start is bring the elbow of one arm over to the shoulder height, out to the side of the body, with the forearm bent at the right angle pointing downward on the floor. And so you'll rotate that shoulder, and I'll just go ahead and start it. Bring this over like this, like that. So when you bring this over, you raise the hand and then raise the foot like a puppet, like that. Just like that, over this. And then when you get it down, you'll be able to do it a little faster, like this. A little faster. And then when you feel like you have it down, maybe after a minute or two, then you can hum a tune, and you can do that in the cross crawl as well. Count to 30 by threes, and then after that, rotate your eyes clockwise, and then counterclockwise. Okay. And then when you feel like you have it down, you should start to feel more clarity of mind. And so that's called the scarecrow cross crawl. The last one is correcting for dehydration. And that's a little easier because all you have to do on that one is drink 8 ounces of water. And after about a minute, you'll start thinking better. So you can try that as well. Out of all of those, I use the over energy one the most throughout my week. It improves my focus, calm, mental clarity. And like I mentioned, my golf game, I just play much better when I incorporate it into my game and into my daily routine. It's a lifesaver for me. But perform all of these and see which one works for you. In the next video, you'll learn about Native American healing practices. You'll learn how to perform Qigong, as well as some key yoga poses so that you can strengthen your mind, body, and nervous system all in one. I'll see you then. Thank you.